The Alliance of Concerned Teachers says the government's plan to raise their salaries by 21% over the next 3 years still isn't enough. ACT National Chairperson Jocelyn Martinez told the chiefs how much compensation teachers need to get by. Let's take a listen.
After na magkaroon kami ng unity walk for the World Teachers Day, nagsalita si President Duterte, hindi mo siya maintindihan kung 35%, 35,000 or 35. So ngayon nga, magkakaiba eh. Kaya nagugulo yung mga teachers natin. Ano
so,
ba talaga yung totoo?
Pinakamababa, di ba?
Teacher 1, salary grade 11 is 20,754.
Okay.
So galing nga kami sa technical working group ng para sa salary increase. At nagulat kami doon sa sinabi ng isang DBMU si Amir Nachua na 21% in 3 years yung magiging increase. So 21% in 3 years, that's 7%
a year.
For a year.
In total.
So the magiging 1,400 yan kung sa teacher 1 yan. Pero hindi pa nga natin alam kung ano yung scheme ang gagawin nito. This is hindi siya compensated dun sa trabaho na ginagawa ng teachers. For so long, humingi kami ng substantial salary increase. Because for now, 20,754, hindi talaga siya nakakabuhay. Sabi ng Ibon Foundation, you need to have 26,000 for a family of 5. Sabi ng NEDA, you need to have 42,000. So that's beyond dun sa kailangan mo para sa antas ng pamumuhay.
Dalawa po yung narinig natin dito. No? On the one hand, you could look at it as 7%. On the other hand, you also mentioned 21% over 3 years. Hey, what's the proper way of looking at this?
Ang tingin po namin talaga ay sana ang maibigay na yung panawagan namin. Na yung
Ano yung
teacher
panawagan
1, sana po ay from 20,754, yung teacher 1 ay maging 30,000 para naman po makaagapay kami dun sa aming pamumuhay. Part pa rin kasi ma'am ng sweldo namin, ginagastos pa rin namin dun sa aming mga pang-araw-araw na pagtuturo.
Yes.
Kasi kulang naman din yung binibigay ng DepEd.
Di ba may chalk
na
allowance
subsidio.
kayo? Meron kayong mga clothing allowance daw na ganyan. O, di
Ma'am,
ba ba sapat?
Chalk allowance is 3,500 a year.
Okay.
A year, ma'am, yun. That's 350 a month.
Simplihan na lang po natin. For teachers 1 to 3, is there a target at the very least? Some figure that our teachers can hang on to in terms of alam namin na ito ang figures na pinaglalaban ng DepEd para sa amin?
Well, it's difficult to give you a number, but what we can say is that certainly the announcement will be sooner, because if we intend this to be included in the budget for 2020, then the proposal will have to be made concrete at the congressional process. And right now, the House process is almost finished, and it will go to the Senate. It is really difficult, Robbie, unfortunately, to give a figure at this point. We have not seen the report of the DPM. As I mentioned, it depends on the coverage as well as the distribution across salary grades. And the other one is that whatever is submitted by the DPM will only be recommendatory, and it will be up to the President in the context of, let's say, a cabinet meeting that this will be finalized, or between DPM and the Office of the President in consultation with DepEd also. But what I have shared with you is the position articulated by the Secretary during the cabinet meetings and in public fora where she has spoken on this matter.
And now joining us on the line is Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, Chairman of the Senate Committee on Basic Education, Arts and Culture. Senator, our guests here say they just came from a Senate hearing. They've gotten some news, some information that the numbers, the figures that they're discussing now is may proposal daw na 7% ba? 7% a year over the next 3 years is the adjustment for teachers' salaries, at least to start. Is that an accurate figure? Ano na po ba pinag-uusapan natin sa Senado?
Okay. Two things, no, Robbie. Number one, pinag-uusapan rin dito yung salary standardization 5 in which across the board mag-i-increase. And the increase is already embedded in the 2020 budget. And just like the older salary standardization, this will be given in tranches depending on the fiscal space or yung available na budget. Pangalawa, we also filed, kasama ko dito, independently to increase the salary of our teachers. Ako, I'm pushing for an independent increase of the salary of our teachers. Dahil I think that will be a very feasible number of 54 billion. But DBM is pushing for a system-wide increase, no? Gusto nila lahat ma-increase. And I think dito natin babalansahin talaga, no? It's a very difficult question to answer, Luchi, dahil we also have to recognize the civil servants in the other positions, no? Kagaya ng nurses and doctors. But we'll find a middle ground in the next few months. Hopefully, makahanap tayo ng magandang formula to accommodate the increase of the teachers at makahanap tayo rin ng corresponding fund, no? Dahil ang importante dito yung pondo na kakailanganin natin para dito, no? Of course, everyone wants to increase the salaries of everyone. But the most difficult task is where do we get it, no? Dahil malaki, we're talking about a huge amount of money, no? Sa teachers lang is 54 billion na.